What's happening? Nothing has happened yet. Welcome to Totes Recall Live, the podcast where we talk about a movie we don't remember.
Thank you.
Live, and then we will have eaten pizza live.
Yeah, we have had eaten pizza.
We have had eaten pizza live and salads live.
And so have you. Thank you so much for
Yay.
coming.
Yay, thank you.
We are here at the Trylon Cinema in Minneapolis. Thank you for being here with us. My name is Dan.
I'm Molly.
I'm also Dan.
And I'm Beth.
And our movie this episode is Men in Black, starring Will Smith
Oh, boy.
and Tommy Lee Jones.
Very good.
Yeah.
And
Others.
Rip Torn is in it.
What?
Right? He
Who
plays
is that?
Zed. Zed.
Oh, the farmer.
What?
What? No.
Oh no, the farmer in that Danoff? Isn't Vinny Danoff in this?
Yes.
Yeah, he's like a
Yeah.
cockroach.
A what?
Yeah, he's a
Wait,
giant
what?
cockroach.
He's like a man with a cockroach
The
inside
farmer.
him.
That's
Yes.
the farmer.
Yeah, he's
Sure.
a farmer.
The farmer's cockroach.
A cockroach uses him as a bodysuit.
Ooh.
That is how I feel a lot of the time.
Wait, what?
What?
No,
You
I
feel
use
like
that.
a cockroach?
What does
No,
that
I
mean?
feel like when I'm in an awkward situation, like I'm wearing somebody else's body, and I don't quite know how to move my arms.
Yeah, but like in this case, I think the body's like literally rotting off of him as he continues throughout the movie.
I haven't thought that hard about the metaphor. But if you think about it, when we watch it, tell me you don't relate.
Okay.
All right, is that
All
your
right.
first bet? You're
Yeah,
gonna relate.
you're gonna relate
You're
to that
gonna
farmer.
relate to the cockroach farmer in
Yes,
this movie. Great.
absolutely,
Oh, great.
100%.
I love it.
You're going to relate to your own flesh rotting off of your core.
Yes.
Great.
All right.
Okay, this movie opens with
Ooh, a
Will
bug.
Smith.
No,
What?
No,
it's
what?
like for some reason I remember this, and it's probably going to be wrong and be very embarrassing.
Great.
But it's like a dragonfly, and it's like
Beetlejuice?
Animated?
Beetlejuice.
Wait, that's Beetlejuice.
It's Beetlejuice, but it's a Danny Elfman song.
Okay.
It's Danny Elfman, so close enough.
Danny Elfman. You think he does this one too?
Yes,
Oh,
and the
geez.
camera follows the dragonfly, and then the credits happen, and then the dragonfly gets squashed.
Oh, by a moving car.
Yes.
Is it Danoff's car? Does it
Is
just
it the
jump right into
farmer?
Danoff?
No.
Okay.
No,
No,
'cause
somebody's driving. What,
There's
is it
like-
him?
What?
No.
I think it's just a regular old trucker.
Okay, sure.
And wait, is the bug an alien? Why is why do
It's
we
a
think
metaphor.
It's like a joke of like, oh, look at this weird thing. Oh, but it's our own planet.
Oh, look at
Creatures.
aliens are around us
Yeah.
everywhere.
explore our own planet before heading out into
Oh,
outer
no.
space?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
No,
that
Dan.
sounds right. I'm
Oh,
on board with
no.
that.
Made true Totes Heads will remember from our Apollo 13 episode that Dan is very anti-human space exploration.
Yeah.
So you're
Which is
actually probably
maddening.
you're gonna love this movie then, because I think the whole premise is that other species are coming to us. So
Great.
space is coming to us.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I feel like
Yeah.
I really want to clarify that is a metaphor.
What?
That bug being crushed is the prequel to understanding that we are the bugs. That we
Wait,
cannot smash the bug so easily that we have become the bug and are smashed ourselves.
I think it's like the cockroach is the bug, right?
Yeah.
I now finally have support. I have a whole support, and they're gonna watch and they're gonna see, and then you'll all see.
Okay.
Okay.
So the opening, we haven't got past like the first 10 seconds of the movie, but the opening cockroach is a metaphor for our
Dragonfly.
own
It's a
human
dragonfly.
Jesus, Dan.
fragility. It's a dragonfly?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
And it's
dragonflies.
a metaphor for human fragility. And
People should explore space.
Whoa, no, I feel like you're actually fueling his theory is that we're so fragile and like easily crushed.
We're crushed by a bug
Yeah.
or a windshield.
What?
I don't know.
It's a windshield.
So windshield is the vacuum of space, is
Yes,
what you're saying in
yes.
this metaphor.
Is that lady from all the independent movies in this one?
The
Which one?
Wait,
Independent
what?
movies?
The independent movies.
Yeah.
Independence Day or like independent
no.
filmmaking?
You know what I'm talking about? It was a really good one.
The actor or the movie?
The actor and the movie are really good. She's in it. It's
Brick?
no.
Who?
Is that the only independent movie you've ever seen?
Wait, what movie?
That's the first one I thought of. I
Oh.
can't think of any women in Brick though.
She plays the mortician. She plays the mortician
In this movie?
In this
yeah,
movie.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
right. There's
Linda.
a woman who. Sure, Linda.
Ooh, Linda Fiorentino
Yes!
or whatever.
See, I knew you knew.
Florentino.
Yep.
Nice.
I don't know.
Good job, everybody.
Thanks. Okay, so while we're... do you want to actually keep going in your description of how the movie goes?
Okay,
Sorry.
so then there's like there's a bunch of like immigrants on a bus, like they're being like transported,
yeah.
and then they pull them over, and then you think it's like they're getting in trouble because of like immigration, illegal immigration, but it's because one of them is an actual alien.
Ooh, this is a good time for me to lay down my bet, which is that I think at one point, everyone in this theater, through the harsh eyes of living in 2018, will be uncomfortable with the premise of an extra-legal immigration enforcement organization that can run rampant through the country and do whatever they want.
God damn it.
And literally brainwashes people so they don't worry about them. You're welcome. But it's also a fun sci-fi romp.
Oh, boy.
You writing that down?
I don't even know what it's sad. I'm just
Yeah.
going to write
Just write down sad. Just write down Dan's bet, sad. Yeah.
That is a bummer. I didn't think about that.
Well, get ready.
Yeah. Okay, so they...
Okay, all right. Speaking of 2018 eyes, though, is it
Yeah.
going to pass the Bechdel Wallace?
Oh, great.
I say
mean,
no.
I couldn't think of any women in this movie, so no.
Well, the independent lady is.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
By round of applause, how many of you think... should we clarify? Bechdel Wallace test is a very, very minimal test that a movie should but often doesn't pass, where two named female characters talk to each other about anything other than a man. By round of applause, who thinks the movie Men in Black is going to pass that test? Okay,
Yeah.
optimism.
Two.
Optimism.
Great.
And then for the sake of the podcast, who thinks it's going to fail?
Yeah,
Yeah. I agree with the majority.
Me too.
yeah, me too.
I want to hold out to be Beal Bold and to have some fun.
Love it.
Great. Who do you...
Could happen.
Who do
there
you
could be.
think-
Oh, and if it's an alien, it counts.
Sure,
Okay.
if they're female
Well,
presenting alien.
gender is a spectrum and
ooh.
arbitrary.
Related bet. There's at one point going to be some joke where Will Smith is like, "Oh, look at this hideous monster," and it's like, "Oh, it's actually a very gentle lady monster or something," because it's made in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Molly's bet. This is the cool one with the worm people in
What?
the coffee break room.
Yeah,
Yes.
that probably happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, you're...
They're like
oh.
cantina people.
Oh, but in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, do they work there?
yeah. Wait, do they work?
Yeah, they do,
They're
yeah.
like part of the
They're part of
What is
the
their
oppressive
job?
the men
system.
in their thing.
They're worm people in black.
Yeah.
They don't wear suits.
They're like just the office people. So if the men in black are like, I don't know, the FBI.
Yeah.
So like the administrative staff.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like the pencil pushers of the men in black world.
So we can't understand their language, but they're actually just saying like, "Oh, did you catch the game on Sunday?" Or,
Yeah.
Or like, "Oh, my wife."
Or they're unionizing.
Ooh, they're organizing secretly in the break room. I love it.
And that's why everybody hates them, because they're going to rise up.
Yep.
I'll bet on that.
Great. Okay, so we pull some illegal immigrants off a bus.
Yeah. So
one's an alien.
Tommy Lee Jones's character is like a young man, I believe, and so he has to like do the memory thing to his I don't know, old guy.
He's the old guy.
Is like, I think about the stars or some sort of speech like that.
Great.
And then he's like, oh, he wants to retire and like go on with his life. So he does like the memory thing. And then I think that's when it goes to Will Smith, who's like a cop, and he's chasing down some guy, and then he blinks like this, which is
Oh,
sideways blink.
Yeah. That absolutely happens.
Ooh,
Yeah.
do we think Will Smith is NYC cop, New York's finest?
Oh, New York's finest?
Yeah.
I think he might be LAPD.
Okay.
LAPD's finest.
Oh.
I just want to say, never in the history of Totes Recall has anyone remembered so vividly any part of any movie.
Why do I know so much about this
Why?
movie? No one knows. I haven't seen it for years.
Wow.
Years upon years.
Yeah, I mean, I know it was on the promotional material, but I have no idea what year this came out.
Oh.
Oh.
97?
7?
It's literally on a program.
I
we
know.
printed out again.
I know it is.
I'm going to say 97.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 98 for fun.
Is that fun?
I don't know. It seems fun.
All right. Okay.
A lot of good things happen in 98.
What? Did you go to the Soviet Union?
No, that was
So is that a bet? Is that one of your bets that a lot of good things happened in
yeah, a lot of good
1998?
things
Okay,
happened in
we'll look it up.
1988.
Yeah,
in
we'll
the
look it
break.
up during the show. It doesn't matter. Okay, so Will Smith, I remember he runs a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's super good at running.
He's super good at running, and that apparently is what like tips them off. Like, oh, this guy would be a great alien immigration officer because he can run very fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not tire.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's important because aliens run
Fast.
fast.
We all know that.
Yeah.
Aliens be running.
Sure. But I honestly feel like that is like literally the qualifier. Like some man in black sees him run fast. Is like, this guy we gotta see.
Because
I
he's
disagree.
chasing an alien.
I disagree. This is ridiculous. No.
Okay.
Counterpoint.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just being contrarian? You're not actually gonna say anything?
It doesn't seem right. Is that right?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
right?
Do you mean like ethically or correct in the movie?
It just doesn't seem like the way you would write a movie.
Oh,
You think it's bad screenwriting?
so you're assuming I'm wrong because there's no way this dumb tentpole movie from the 90s could be poorly written in some parts?
That just seems really extra dumb.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
I think he also doesn't give up
Sure.
and is not flustered by weird eyeballs.
Oh, sure.
I think he's a little thrown by.
But like not enough to like give up. Like a lesser man would be like, "Whoa, weird eyelids.
I'm out."
Forget about
Yeah.
it.
But instead, he's like, LAPD's finest.
LAPD's
I'm going to
finest.
chase down Weird Eyes.
I'll run. Maybe I'll jump.
He
I'm
definitely
gonna
jumps.
bet that he jumps. There's like a jump. The alien does a unhuman-like jump
Yes.
from rooftops.
Sure.
Do we think in this one is there like that jostle over who gets to drive, and then Tommy Lee Jones wins, and then he drives upside down in the
Yeah.
Holland
Yeah.
Tunnel?
There's
New
definitely-
York.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
it's definitely,
it's definitely
New York.
Oh,
Okay.
because of the ending. Ha.
Wait, the ending is in Seattle.
What?
Oh yeah, he climbs the Space Needle.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I thought is that Independence Day? No, it's in New York. It's like at a state
San
fairground.
Andreas? No, it's San Francisco.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm pretty sure they go to the Space Needle because it turns out that one of the Space Needle
That's
things
not the
is
Space
Yeah, the
Needle.
What
Space
is
Needle
it?
is just one thing.
Okay, then I
This
don't
one
know
is, like,
where it is.
multiple
It's a state fair. It's a state fair in New York State.
World's
Is that
Fair,
Chicago?
right?
I thought
World's
that was
Fair.
the Space Needle the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What about the Devil in the White City, Chicago World's
What?
Fair? Isn't that
No.
Chicago?
No,
Yes,
come on.
that
No.
is Chicago.
Yeah.
This isn't Chicago.
This is New York.
They did 2 World's Fairs?
They've done a lot of World's Fairs.
It's
Look it up.
definitely. Oh, it's definitely New York. It's definitely New York because that pug.
Oh,
That
yeah.
pug is on a street like you would have, in New York.
You would have it here.
It's like outside of a bodega or something.
A New York street.
Yeah, with
Hey,
a hot
I
dog
got some
vendor.
hot dogs and pizzas. That kind of
Yeah,
street.
that guy.
Great.
So it is in
Very
New
good.
York?
Yeah.
Yes.
All
New York's
that? That's
finest.
where we got
Sure.
from all that?
I got
I
that.
mean, if
Okay.
you want to spice it up and be fun.
No, I'm going to say, though, that Will Smith either jumps off of a dumpster or over a fence or off of a dumpster to get over a fence.
Ooh, does he land in a moving car?
What?
That would be cool.
While
They always-
chasing the
You
alien?
jump over stuff and you land in a
Okay, we're
like
like
a trash.
15 minutes into the movie.
Okay, all right.
I
Yeah.
think we're 15 minutes into the show.
Okay. Okay, flash forward. Will Smith's a man in black.
He has to
a
take
baby,
a test first, and there's
alien.
like a white room. Yeah, then there's a baby alien, and he catches
Catches
it,
and it's gross, but then he's like, oh,
and then it spits up on him.
and that's how we know he's good.
Oh, there's like,
Oh, yeah, great. I want to talk about how we know he's a hashtag good man.
good.
Oh,
How do we know?
He likes a baby? Is that all we got?
he's not nice to dogs.
I mean, he's Will Smith. He's the most charming man on planet Earth.
True.
Sure. What are you writing down?
Come at me.
What
I
are
don't
you
know.
writing down?
Sway's
Are you
head.
writing down
Swayze
charming?
head? Oh,
I don't
'cause
know.
He's more charming than Swayze, you think?
Oh,
Jaquette's bet I will be very charmed by Will Smith.
Okay, great.
And I won't hear any guff about it.
Okay,
I'm writing charm in all capitals.
great. There's definitely going to be a scene where Will Smith is like, this is super weird. I'm doing my crazy Will Smith howling noise. And Tommy Lee Jones is like, I'm totally cool as a cucumber because I've been doing this for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
howling. What is it?
You know,
sound?
where he's just like, I'm freaking out. I'm Will Smith. And he just goes like, woo, or something.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like
he
does
does
like
that.
a cartoonish scream.
Oh, yeah.
Like he used to do on Fresh Prince sometimes when
Oh.
Uncle Phil would like scare him or throw things at him or whatever.
There's a thing with like a big gun and a small gun.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And he can't
yeah.
handle the small gun because it got a big blast.
Yes.
It's called like the cricket or something.
That sounds right.
I'm going to say cricket.
Love it.
I'm gonna say bug.
You think it's going to be less specific?
Yeah.
Now that's bad screenwriting.
Great.
So they have to find a galaxy or something.
Yeah.
The galaxy
and
is
it's
on
like a little-
Orion's belt.
But it turns I don't want to give it away for the audience. What if they don't remember?
Wait, this is the point of what we do.
Well, then I'll just say it turns out Orion's belt is a collar on a very cute pug.
Nope.
What?
Cat. It's a
Wow.
cat.
What?
Wow.
No, it's on the pug.
Molly's
pug's
bad
name is
dog.
Frank.
Yeah.
The pug is named Frank.
So
Orion is the cat, and it's the lady. It's the lady's cat.
Whose lady?
The
the
one lady in the
independent
movie.
movie lady?
Yeah,
Oh,
independent
independent
movie lady.
Oh, let's talk about the pug.
so cute.
Molly, does that pug count as an animal
Oh, yeah.
in terms of danger?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be upset.
You're going to have to walk out?
Because I believe it can speak.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like an alien disguised as a pug, like
Okay.
all of us.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Right?
Dan's getting it.
And so in that case, it has agency, and so wouldn't count as an animal in danger.
It's gonna count.
Okay, I don't understand. Your
I don't know
system.
what the equivalent of standing in the kitchen and yelping is. I don't know.
I don't know, like over there by the
That's
emergency
too far
exit.
away. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Maybe I'll be fine. Maybe I'll surprise myself with how hardened I've become.
Because I think they're really rude to that pug.
Yes.
Yeah,
they
shake
shake
him.
him.
Yeah.
They
What?
shake him.
They
Yeah.
shake a pug?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not really a pug.
Oh.
It is a pug.
It's a hardy
Oh, I
space
don't-
creature that has been like stuffed into a pug-shaped carapace to blend in. It's probably like armor plated on the inside or something.
I think it's a alien shaped like a pug.
Like
because
a whole
it
planet
fits
of pugs.
well.
Pug planet? You think
Yeah,
it comes
I
from
think
Pug
there's a
Planet?
whole
Cute.
pug planet, and
Right.
it's really cute.
Yeah. But also he's kind of a jerk, right?
I mean,
feel
he's
like he's
tough.
like,
He's a
oh,
New
I'm
York
smoking
dog.
a cartoon cigar if I had opposable digits.
I mean, he's a tough pug.
Sure, they all
But
are.
I mean, he's New York.
David
He's-
Cross is in this
he's
movie.
New York.
I mean, I
David
hope
Cross
so.
is in this movie. David Cross is in this movie.
David Cross is in it?
Does he
Really?
play
Yeah.
a dog?
He's like a guy working at a front desk, and then he's like rude or something. No, he kills a bug. There's cockroaches, and he like takes
yeah.
out spray and he sprays it, and then the bug is mad about it, and
Danoff?
he, yes,
Yeah.
like sticks him to the ceiling with some green stuff, green goo of some sort.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm also going to
Space
bet
goo.
Danoff is the greatest in this.
Yeah.
Chews
I'll
great
double down
hard
on that.
and is fantastic.
Yeah. There's definitely a scene where he's just doing like really ridiculous, I'm full of a bug physicality.
Yeah, you'll all see
See what?
Wait, what
how that is
Oh, your
like how
insane
things
metaphor
are. Yes.
about human life.
Yes, you'll see.
Okay, great. I'm excited about it.
There is a scene, excuse me, where they're in the Men in Black headquarters, and they're looking at celebrities who are aliens, and there's a lot of LOLs to be had. Do we want to make some bets about which celebs those are?
Oh man,
I
Angel-
do.
The only one I can remember is Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Elvis. Probably, right?
they wouldn't do Angelina Jolie, right? That would be mean.
What?
What?
What? Why would that one specifically be mean?
Is there a rumor about her that she is an alien?
She's not married to Tom. She wasn't married to Tommy Lee Jones. She was married to
No, the other guy.
Switchblade. Billy Bob Thornton.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
Wow.
It's irrelevant.
Do you think Thornton's up there as an
No.
alien man?
I think they put Walken up there,
Great.
and then he's not an alien, and then it's big time LOL. Because like you'd think he'd be an alien because he's so weird.
How do you
Steve
find-
Buscemi. Steve Buscemi, I would think was an
How do you
alien.
find out he's not an alien, though?
Because it's like, oh, here's all the IDs of the aliens on
Uh-huh.
their Minority Report screen.
And they're
Yeah.
like, this one guy, not an alien.
Yeah, no, I realize how dumb
We
it
just,
sounds
pulled,
now.
we just pulled him over for a DUI because
I
we have
am-
that authority and we
I
took his
am-
driver's license.
Put my foot down.
All right.
Walken is not an alien. Great. Anything else?
Oh, yeah. How do we think we're gonna rate this thing?
Do you have a, well, how many
How many adorable pug planets?
pug planets?
Wow.
Entire planets
Wow.
of
Yeah,
pugs?
pug planets.
Okay.
How many? Oh, who do I usually turn to?
Dan goes first.
Oh, do I go first?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'm going to be a real grump, and I'm going to
no.
bet 2 pug planets.
Pug planets.
I just feel like this movie is not going to hold up at all. And, like, while I will be charmed by Will Smith and I will be charmed by good old grumpy Tommy, like, the movie itself will just sort of be like a slog.
Wow.
2
Wow.
pug planets.
Wow.
I remembered something real quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that at the end there's a Will Smith music video that has dancing in it that I watched over and over and over again to get all the moves. I have the choreography. I'm pretty sure I know how to do
It's
it.
locked in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
There's going to be some bouncing. And then there's like some walking.
Sure.
That's that.
Yeah.
And slide.
Yeah.
And then I want to say he says make your neck. Wait, nope, make your neck work.
And then
I don't
he
know.
works it.
Yeah,
He
and then
works
he's
that
like
neck.
this thing,
I love it.
and then and then there's a clap, clap.
Okay. So how many pug planets?
4.
Wow.
Just because of that music video at the end. It's great.
Oh, me. 4. Will Smith's charming as shit. Vincenzo D'Onofrio
Yep.
is fantastic. I love sci-fi. Humans should stay on Earth.
Oh. I really take issue with that. Okay, so I'm going to give it a cowardly 3
Classic.
with room for a 4 if everyone agrees with my metaphor at the end.
Great. You are
Pressure
going to
is
base
on.
your scale on other people?
Yeah.
And not even the movie itself.
I mean, I know Will Smith will always, he should win me over. He usually does.
Yeah.
And plus, there's that story in that Tiffany Haddad book. I really recommend it. It's called The Last Black Unicorn. And she did a movie with Jada Pinkett Smith. And she invited Jada and Will Smith on a Groupon tour, like swamp tour. And she was really surprised that they said yes. And they said yes. And then when they got there, Jada Pinkett Smith was like, who are all these people? And she said, well, it's a Groupon. It's like a group discount. And she thought it was like you bring a group on a boat. She thought it was like a private thing. It's a really hilarious story.
So 3 pug planets. Okay. Really quick, can we also predict how we will rate this show? Like the live show we're
How the
doing
live
right
show's
now
going? Yeah.
at the end?
Great. I think it's going well so far.
Yeah.
People seem to be receptive to us
Great.
as podcasters. And that's most of the show.
Sure, that's true.
We've got it on 35 millimeter.
Oh, yeah.
So high quality film.
Sharp.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yep.
There was pizza.
Yep.
That's good.
Salad.
Thank you,
Thank
whoever.
you. Thank you.
I'm a little worried that I'm not being picked up because I'm turning a lot. So I'm worried about that.
I mean, I can hear you.
Okay. 4?
Great.
So 4 side mics.
4 side mics.
Side
Yeah.
mics.
I gave it its own reading system.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give it an optimistic 4.5.
Wow.
What happens if we don't agree with your metaphor at the end?
2.
Great. I'm going to give it 5 side mics.
Wow.
Because this is going to be a real hoot for everybody,
Yeah.
especially me because I get to talk for 2 hours.
I'm also going to give it 5 because optimism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm having fun.
Me too.
Great.
Great.
Oh, and with that, we're going to hit pause and watch Men in Black. And we're back. We just watched 98 minutes of a blockbuster from the 90s. That was all right. It was Men in Black.
Great.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Great. Very middle of the road review from
Yes.
Molly Chase. I thought this movie was great. I am right. Will Smith is very charming.
Super charming.
The thing I want to talk about most is how bad the jokes were, and yet he delivered them, and I laughed almost every single time.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. Like, the jokes are not good.
Yeah.
But when he says them, I am charmed.
Don't you feel like I was getting a very, like, I don't know, like kind of a Bugs Bunny vibe where like you think like, oh, Bugs Bunny's so funny, but then you like really think about it, you're like, oh, Bugs Bunny is a huge asshole and never suffers consequences for being a dick to people. I feel like he was riding on that charm and being like overly aggressive towards people a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
do,
I mean,
and I
sometimes
disagree.
he was
Okay.
using it to. Well, maybe this is also Bugs Bunny. It's a character. That was being like, subversive,
What?
speaking truth to power.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, when he was sassing the old people, that was certainly good for him.
Yeah.
Because they were being very condescending to him.
Yeah, there's a whole hierarchy of sass, though, wasn't there?
They were all sassy. Do you think that's part of the test?
Sass and Black.
What? Men in sass?
Men in sass. Yeah, I mean, he's the only sassy one from all the best men they could find.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a great scene. I love the egg chair scene.
Yeah.
Oh man, does that mean all the worm people were like the best in class sass?
I mean, they were very
For their
sassy. We can't
people?
even hear what they're saying. The coffee spillers
Yeah, the Cantina office
who
environment.
steal a bunch of Marlboros.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
guessing
Marlboros.
I'm guessing the little worm people, they probably showed up for a while and then just like got stuck in customs and got to know enough of the staff. They're like, you guys should just work here. This is great.
Wait, they're like Tom Hanks, the Terminal.
Yes.
People.
Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely what I'm saying.
They're like
Ooh,
planet
yeah.
blew
They
up or
landed
whatever.
and then their planet blew up while they were on Earth.
Oh.
So they had to stay there, but there's just like 5 of them left in the entire universe.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
much
They're so
sadder when you
close.
look at it that way.
Yeah.
I love it.
God, dark.
And they just like spill coffee all over.
Yeah, and that's why they smoke so heavily.
I get
But
it.
it's like, what's the point?
A race is
Wow.
doomed.
But also maybe like, oh, this is harmless to our people. This is delicious.
Oh.
We don't know. Maybe
Yeah, cigarettes are delicious.
Brought
That's
to
the
you
message.
by
Marlboro.
Marlboro.
Oh, they should have made an easier thing to say.
who?
The
Cigarettes?
cigarette people.
The tobacco industry?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
Cools?
I mean, they're doing fine.
Sure.
Still?
Probably.
I don't know.
All right.
But like Marlboro's hard to say is all I'm saying.
Hot take.
Hot take from Dan. There's a dragonfly in the beginning. Nailed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Nailed
so
it.
accurate.
right?
Yeah.
And even the song, I was like pretty good
Yeah,
at.
you were.
It was like scare, like intense Beetlejuice.
Right.
Still Beetlejuice.
Yeah. But not, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like he kind of just like copied his own song and just put it in the movie.
I wasn't paying attention. Was it Danny Elfman again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they all do that. Like, if you listen to if you listen to Star Wars, Superman, some other one, they all kind of sound the same.
Yeah.
I know
They-
that someone
they have a
else is
certain
John Williams, but
style.
they all just do that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just straight up the same song.
I'm just stuck on like what the initial trailer probably looked like because I imagine they showed just that opening and then the bug hits and it goes Men in Black. The bug splat back.
I mean, they probably already used that for like a movie that was like, bugs or something where like giant ants.
Wait,
Yeah.
you think the tagline for this movie was the bug splat back?
Yeah.
Like they don't even mention that it's all about aliens. It's just
Well, no, I'm just saying like that's part of that earlier metaphor I was talking about. where
oh yeah.
we're the
Can we?
bugs.
I'm glad you brought that up because
Yeah.
I need us to revisit what exactly that metaphor actually
I
is.
don't
Yeah.
understand this
Because we
metaphor.
literally just watched Vincent D'Onofrio rot as he wandered around New York City.
Do you want me to explain to you what your metaphor is?
Oh. No, thank you, Dan.
Okay, well.
You don't have to dance-plain it.
I could.
Okay. I'll chase-plain, which means over-explain. Yeah, no.
You just chase-planing.
Okay. But no, I'm just, by sound of applause, who has ever felt like that farmer walking into a social situation? Come on, people. Come on.
A polite smattering.
Half of you are my friends.
But you mean, I just don't understand what you actually mean. Because half the time his
Like-
body's just falling apart and it's awkward. And I get, like I said, I related hard to him trying to look casual
Yes,
with
there you go.
non-functioning
Yeah.
arms in a small space.
Yes.
Because that is my life on a plane in a place like this, except we were in the front row, which was great. But the other times where he's like, oh, I'm just murdering laborers and replacing them in restaurants. Also, I've got claws that come out of my butt and kill people. How is that a metaphor for human
Well,
existence?
if you've worked in corporate America, I think you would know.
Are you saying, what are you saying?
God, I really want to explain it. Molly, am I correct that this is the metaphor? You feel trapped in the skin of a human, and the human skin has to pretend to be like all the other normal humans, but you know on the inside that you're different and you can't be free because everybody's judging you all the time?
Kind of, yeah.
Great,
It's
nailed
pretty
it.
good.
But like, he didn't give a shit what people thought of him.
Yeah, I feel like you're just trying to make it work in every possible capacity.
I'm just trying to make it work. I mean,
It's like saying like an apple is like the earth. You know, you're only gonna get so far with that before you're like getting into like whether the seeds have arsenic in it. Like that's not the point.
I think what it is I'm having trouble sympathizing in any way with the giant cockroach character.
You're not supposed to feel. That guy's a jerk. He was a creep.
Oh,
and
so
not
you're
nice,
saying, like-
either as a human or as a thing. No, I'm talking about that feeling. I mean, I hate to say this, but Dan explained it really well.
Yes. Men. Men. Men.
All right,
no.
all right, shut
So
it down.
I'm focusing too much on the cockroach's behavior.
Yeah.
You're talking about
The-
the physiology of stuffing a giant space
Not the
cockroach into a
physiology,
human body.
the feeling of trying to inhabit a space that you are not part of.
Why don't you just say that in the first place?
Why do people use metaphors? Why is there poetry? Why are there songs?
I don't know.
Wow.
Well,
to
there you go.
woo with.
No, what?
Yeah. That's why isn't that what poetry is?
Wooing?
To woo?
Ah.
Jaquette's bet poetry is to woo.
When are we going to resolve that one?
I don't know.
Tweet at us.
Oh, if we get, I don't know, $1 million, we'll
yeah.
just do a poetry podcast and we don't know
If
anything
we
about
get
poetry.
$1 million a month on our Patreon, patreon.com/Totes Recall, we will do a monthly podcast where we basically create and take our own graduate level poetry course.
And then also try to woo people with it.
So
2
like
million.
just read poems to people, and if they feel like wooed,
Yeah.
then we'll be like, poetry's to woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
But we'll
Nailed it.
call it Vincent D'Onofrio as a cockroach hiding in a man's skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Great. So feel free to go on Patreon right now. TotesRecall.patreon.com.
What? No.
I don't know.
No.
Oh, I lost it.
Not even close.
You'll get there.
I'm sorry, Molly. I think I agree with you, but also I so
you know who else
focused.
agrees with me? Kafka. So,
What?
yeah.
In Kafka's book, though, you are actually just a cockroach with the mind of a person. You're not a cockroach stuffed into a person.
What's the difference?
There's a huge difference. Are you kidding? This is a totally different movie if Vincent D'Onofrio just steps out of his farm and is like, oh my God, and turns into a cockroach. Because then Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones and Lady from Independent Movies just murders an innocent man because he turned into a weird thing.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Great. Anyway, poetry is to woo. I think that's what we're all
Poetry is
saying.
Yeah.
We do open on immigrants.
Yes.
Good job, us.
That was
I
disturbing.
forgot to be bummed out about it.
What?
Oh, really?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like at all?
Pretty quick. I just forgot about the problems about immigration in our country
Sure.
and
What?
got on board with this space
Okay,
movie.
but then let's circle back though, and let's consider the fact that the way their job works is like they will have a civil conversation with you, but then as soon as you panic with your weird shoulder arms and are honestly just startled, you will get blown up into goo.
Well,
I am confused by that. So that alien, like, why does he freak out? Because he like saw that guy earlier. He's not like a new guy.
But now that guy knows what he is on the inside.
So okay, that's a metaphor.
Yeah. How his vulnerability has been
Yes.
exposed.
Right.
There it is.
He probably has a crush on that guy.
Yeah, totally. And then the government steps in and just blows him up into a pile of goo.
Yeah, it's like when you're trying to hold hands in the back of science class,
Yep.
and the teacher comes and like
Yeah,
reads your
yeah.
note in front of everybody.
Now, see, you understand that, but the way you treated my metaphor was to say, well, is it physics or biology?
This was biology class.
My point is, we're talking about a black ops government organization that is just murdering things.
It's creepy.
and then destroying the evidence, and that's literally their job.
Yeah, I mean it's problematic for sure, but hey, Will Smith's charming. What are you gonna do? And his clothes. At first, I was like, "What are you doing?" And then I was
No,
like,
I was all about it.
"It's so good."
I love
Yeah.
it.
That like yellow suit / banana hammock that he
What?
was
Sorry,
wearing.
what?
Did you know?
Did
Okay.
you not hear?
Yeah,
You-
Molly noticed,
please
right?
explain,
Okay,
Dan.
his third amazing outfit is just like a yellow tracksuit, sort of, and it's real baggy, but the pants hit him in such a way that the legs are loose, but then they also really
like right
hug
up.
his, downstairs.
I was too focused on like the pop of color on the knees on those pants.
Yeah, me too. I was
Yeah.
looking at that red knee.
Yeah.
It's a good
color
knee.
blocking was really specific.
And he's got great clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were awesome. And I did love, I don't know, I did love the comic book angles. Like so many of the shots look like comic book panels. And I love that he wore those orange pants running through a white atrium. That was really cool. Is that not what you're talking about?
I mean,
Also, his clothes are weird. Oh my God.
No,
so
but
many.
that outfit was also interesting because like it almost looked like he had been undercover as a prisoner.
Oh.
No, that was an
There were
expensive
too many
outfit.
zippers on the suit for
Yeah.
it to be a prisoner's outfit.
But what if it was like the warden was like really into fashion and wanted to just try something out, and they're basically allowed to read the 13th Amendment, and
And he
I
was
feel
like-
like it's supposed to accentuate he doesn't mind
Zippers?
standing out.
oh sure, oh definitely,
Right?
yeah.
And so it's a big sacrifice, a la that. What was that, like 30 seconds for him to adjust his entire expectations about his life?
Right?
That montage?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
With the thoughtful piano that cranked you
Yeah.
up.
And he's
so
just
amazing.
leaning on the bench. I mean, it can't be that hard. We know zero about him.
Yeah.
He has no one to give up.
I guess, yeah. There wasn't even a scene of him like texting his mom. I guess that's 1997. Calling his mom on a payphone.
Being like, hey, bye.
Yeah, hey, bye. Also, I never existed.
Yeah. Like, what was he thinking about? Like, do I know anyone?
That's what it was. He walked around New York City all night wondering if he actually knew anyone, if he actually had a
Yeah.
friend.
I guess I have no friends, so yeah.
Why not?
Let's do it. I'll be a man in black. That's rougher.
It was, yeah.
The movie where he doesn't become a man in black and just is still a sad cop trying to prove himself?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
Do you think that's why he wears all those audacious clothes to like try to feel something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just trying to get noticed.
Oh, he's just trying to make a friend
Yeah.
with his knee
I
pads.
just want someone to be like, that's a giant red jacket.
Yeah.
Let's be friends.
I'm always friends with people wearing red jackets.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm always like, we should be friends.
Well, you should have been in New York City in 1997. We didn't look it
Oh,
up.
we didn't look it up. Does anybody know?
You don't have the program.
It's literally on the program.
It's in the
97.
97, yes. Didn't write down who guessed
on
it.
that giant computer screen with Earth on it. I think Earth was on that. No, it was Orion's belt. It said May 19th, 1997.
Well, they even had a specific date.
Yeah, so you know what the date is when you're
so
looking
if you're
at Orion's
watching
belt.
in a movie theater, you're like, holy shit, that's today.
Yes.
We're dying today.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Spielberg.
What?
He was the executive producer.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that was his one note?
Yes,
It's
he
like,
was
make
like,
it
put
the
me
day
in
people
that
are watching it.
montage and make it the day people are watching
Yeah.
it. Also, if you can have some water, kind of. Nope, never
What?
mind.
Jurassic
Ah!
Park. It's a
Go
Jurassic
ahead.
Park joke.
Jurassic
it?
Park. It was a
Oh,
Jurassic
the little boom thing.
When the dinosaur.
Oh,
Were
sure.
there other bets?
Yep. There was a rooftop jump.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And
Wait, what?
and
And
jumping from a thing and landing in a moving
Oh,
car.
yeah. He definitely landed in a moving vehicle.
We all cheered for that.
yeah, we did.
And I had already forgotten that we bet on that. I guess we talked about that.
You were just excited about it in the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Remember all of Dan's bets? Go ahead.
What?
It was
Wow.
my bet. I was really good at that bet. I
You're
nailed
criticizing
it.
him for not remembering.
That it my bet.
Yeah. But like he doesn't remember anything.
That's why I have the notebook. I can't remember shit. Okay. He did have a cricket gun, though. Nailed that one.
Yeah.
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 He did
Noisy
not.
cricket.
Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
An Uzi cricket?
Noisy.
Oh.
It was noisy. It wasn't really that loud, was it?
I don't
I
know.
mean, every time he fired it, he went like, ah! So we don't really
Okay.
know what the gun sounds like.
Sure. Maybe that's what it sounds like.
Oh, it just sounds like Will Smith being startled.
Ah!
He's not making any noise. I love it.
That'd be great. He's actually like totally cool with it and read the instructions and knows he's just gonna fly back 15 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We bet that D'Onofrio would be great and chew the scenery.
Yep.
Agree. That dude crushes.
He
Amazing.
crushed pretending his body was falling apart.
Yeah.
And
like
that
the
didn't know how his
makeup
bones
crush,
worked.
That one close shot against what's his name? David.
Cross?
Cross?
Yep.
Okay.
Where he's got like weird lip hanging.
I did think that was his tooth falling out, but then
Yeah.
I realized it was like
It was
lip
just like
skin.
a lip skin, and it was super gross. And good job, makeup department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
God, he was good as being a rotting corpse man who symbolizes all of humanity.
Or whatever.
Yes.
All of humanity?
Parts of all of our experiences.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, he. I'm still very obsessed with the idea of when he goes into the restaurant to kill the little guys in the human robots, because like literally the chef was like, "Where's the guy I actually employ?" And he's just like, "Oh, he took off. He's taking a break. Okay, strange rotting man, you take this food."
Yeah, not a good restaurant. Probably doesn't
Probably
get that
not. A lot of
letter
health
A
code violations.
that
Yeah.
New York restaurants get. You know what I'm talking about? You go to New York, you go to a restaurant, they got a big letter A in the window.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's for food.
Yeah. So
A
this
for
one did,
food? A
this
is
one-
for food?
A is for food.
It's
F.
like the grade.
So 8 is good.
Yeah.
So this restaurant does not have an A.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That probably is an F
Yeah, F for
for.
Not food.
food. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
don't take this food
Yeah.
because rotting cockroach men are going to handle your pierogies.
Oh, that
What?
was so sad when they got killed, though.
Which one?
And
the
that poor
line
waiter
cook?
they stuffed into the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He murdered a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
But
Let's
he's
just
also
have a moment of silence.
for the fictional characters that this giant cockroach
Yeah.
murdered.
I do want to talk about those suits, those like I don't know, human mech suits.
Yeah.
It's like the future,
Right?
but they still use like a ton of levers.
Yes. And not enough, I don't think.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm-
there are only like 7 levers in that head.
I feel like they could have been Pacific Rim things better.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, I do.
Kai Jaegers. Thank you. I was there. I was close. K is near J.
Just like in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't
I liked
underst-
that they were JK.
Oh.
Like, just kidding.
Yes.
Do you think they always try to partner people who are alphabetically close to each other?
Who was old dude at the beginning? Wasn't he like V or something?
I don't know. I wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention. I was too focused on this, the lean.
Oh
and
yeah.
this,
good lean,
the
good
mustache.
Okay.
stash.
We should talk about the leans.
Yeah.
Old guy lean, pretty good.
Solid.
Fat cop,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Will Smith on a bench sitting leans, great.
Oh, when he's reflecting on his
Yeah,
non-life.
doing like this move.
Yep.
It's like no friends leaning. What are the?
Because he wishes he had a friend that he could like put.
Oh, is that
his
what he's
arm
doing?
around.
He's like,
Oh, it's like that boyfriend pillow.
What?
What?
Yes.
I don't
It's
know
a
on this one.
product.
Do tell.
I think
Oh, like the snuggle pillow?
No,
That you
it's like it's a. God, I think this is real, but maybe it's not. I'm sorry. It's like a pillow, but
If it's not
has a-
trademarked.
It has an arm,
What?
like a
Oh.
stuffed arm, and it's wearing like a blue button-down shirt, a polo shirt.
Oh, it has a specific shirt
He's
on?
wearing a
Yeah.
polo
Can you
shirt.
pick the shirt?
No,
Oh.
no, it's just how your boyfriend comes, and you sit and you feel a plush arm around you.
Oh.
Wait, it's the pillow is putting its single arm around you.
You're being spooned by a pillow.
Not half, not even, just arm around shoulder.
You mean?
Like to spoon, I mean, that would have to be a whole, like,
Oh yeah, there'd have to be like.
I mean, that's a whole thing. That would be
crevices and-
weird.
Oh, that would be weird.
I mean, you could still spoon with a one arm thing. You just get the one arm over.
Well, and actually, that'd be preferable to your other arm falling asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who is Will Smith the pillow?
I'm unsure.
Okay.
This is unclear to me.
I think Will Smith is wishing he had that pillow.
Oh, because he wants the
But
other.
as a person, yeah.
So he just wants a person, which we've already said.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going, who would be here? A pillow? What if a pillow was here putting its arm around me? No, that's not enough.
That's what
to
he's
keep me
thinking
out of
about?
Men in Black.
Yeah,
So
okay.
he spends all night thinking like, is a pillow enough? Or should I delete my social security number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you think
wait.
about it, he didn't even go visit that pillow.
No, he didn't.
He
No,
didn't
just
see his apartment
He
at
just
all.
saw it in his mind's eye.
Yeah, he's got a memory palace.
My favorite visual though of him like his life getting deleted is when his birth certificate gets deleted because they just like clear the information off of it. Like there was like a footprint and then it was just like now it's just a blank piece of paper.
Yeah.
They can't delete paper from a computer, man.
Yeah, that implied that somewhere in America there are just like random blank birth certificates in filing cabinets, right?
Yeah.
Because like all he's doing is backspacing on a computer. There's nothing to suggest him like picking up his tube phone and be like, "Hey guys, go to this hospital and take care of this birth certificate."
Yeah. I mean, it might link into a larger network.
What?
Like they delete it.
Are you going to explain the internet?
Or are you trying to explain like
And then it,
our
like,
digital health
sends a
report system that,
notification to a team.
Okay.
And you have to. Okay.
It's not interesting.
Can we also talk about how they were deleting, like they were literally like
Yes.
pushing a delete button
Yes.
to get rid of his identity
Yes, they
entirely?
have a car that can go upside down and super fast. They have a bunch of crazy laser guns, but apparently to delete a social security number, you still have to do it one character at a time.
Yeah. You also have to zoom in like 10% at a time.
Yeah, when he was stalking that lady,
Yeah.
like, and it wasn't even a consistent number of taps on the key. Like
No.
sometimes it'd be 3, and it'd be like, "Meow,"
Yeah.
and then he'd be like a sad 2, and then it would go way in there. But he started like, how many times did he have to click that button? He started like in orbit, right?
In theory, he's been doing that all day.
Like Will Smith and Zed had like a whole orientation meeting
Yeah.
for several hours, and
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones is just sitting there zooming in.
That's when all the training was happening. Because we felt like he
sure.
wasn't trained well enough at the end of the movie.
Okay, they cut that scene.
Yeah, they cut that out because they were just zooming on in.
Can we talk about that lady and like what her movie would look like? Because all we get is that she goes on without him, apparently alone,
Had they
gardening.
ever even met?
I mean, well, he was bringing her flowers, so I would give them credit for like maybe Girl Next Door they've met.
Okay.
And maybe they were finally going to go on a date,
Yeah.
or like this was like a special date or their 1-year anniversary probably. And
I feel
been
like
talking
it's
about it for-
explained more in the sequels. No,
really?
Wait,
yeah,
really?
I do, because
Oh.
he goes into retirement, and then in the sequel he has to come out of retirement, and I feel like there's like some explanation of like now he's with his wife. Did she die? No, I
What?
don't know.
What?
He works in a post office. Now I'm just talking about a different movie entirely.
Men in Black 2.
Or
The movie Secrets of the City thinks we're watching. In case anybody's here from their tweet, sorry we watched the first one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you for
I almost
tweeting.
said spoilers. That's not the right word.
Yeah.
Spoilers, we didn't.
Yeah. Also, like, she hasn't found anyone else.
Yeah, the fact that
he
she,
can
like,
just
looked
insert
off
himself into her life.
Wistfully into space was weird.
Okay, here's what's really weird though, because I think it's sort of creeper behavior to zoom in 10 pixels at a time anyway.
Oh, really?
You think spying on someone from a satellite's creeper behavior?
Yeah, I think that's creepy.
All right, well.
But also, like, he could go and have a date with her and
then-
spend time with her,
and then-
reintroduce, and then erase her memory.
Don't you think that's worse
Then what?
than doing basically
Oh,
nothing?
that's
Like, as far
super
as her
creepy.
life is concerned, she's just living her life, and a satellite happens to be looking at her. But in your scenario, he is potentially giving her brain leukemia, according to Will Smith, right?
How was I describing a more romantic situation? I was saying he was an A1 creeper. And
didn't-
if you think about the power he has, like he has the power to delete her memory. So he could go and spend like 3 months with her and then delete it all.
So you want him to be creepier.
No, I'm saying it's like, well, that's just what we saw.
Oh,
If
you
I-
think he does
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
how does he just
Dan, if I
show-
could just tell you what Molly's saying for
Oh
one
my
second.
God.
Molly is saying he has the power to do that, not he should do that.
Yeah.
that? Got it.
This is annoying. I wish.
I mean, it's working, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're explaining it to Dan. Beth, did you need an explanation?
No, I understood it 100%. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you, Beth.
I understood it too.
Well, I guess I'm just an idiot then. Thanks, Molly. But yeah, again, this is kind of what I was saying. Like, this is a secret government organization that is clearly abusing their power and the technology that has been granted to them for their own personal gain.
Yeah.
There's going to be a Men in Black Edward Snowden someday that's going to be like, hey, Twitter, this old man's been stalking his wife for 30 years with a satellite. And then he has to go hide on Jupiter
Space
or wherever.
Russia.
Space Russia. Ooh. I would watch that movie. Hold on.
Yeah. No, it's problematic.
Did you guys
There's
find
so
it?
much.
Now that we're talking about The Office, like where they work, did you find it weird that Tommy Lee Jones' like big zinger was like, "Hey, all of your skills mean jack shit," and he essentially was like, "Now welcome to the lobby of an airport." Like, was that really like gonna prove to Will Smith that like, oh, my abilities to run and think critically about girls with textbooks, like, oh, my mind is blown. A lot of crowds.
Yeah, it's not as big a moment as it should be for that line, right?
Yeah.
They, like the doors open and it's just like people milling about.
think
But
they were-
it's not just people. It's like lots of different animals and creatures that he's never seen before. It's like
Yeah.
it's like that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm much smaller than I thought I
Yeah,
was.
I think the problem is like too many humans were in the foreground of that first shot.
Oh,
so like
okay.
as far as I was like, oh,
What
they're
about-
just in like a reception area.
one was walking on the ceiling. Did
What?
anybody see
Really?
I
that?
saw it.
Yeah, thanks, Molly.
You're welcome.
I did not see it.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
I guess I was too
Take an
focused.
interest.
I guess I was too interested in like the worker drones and their weird phones every time they cut to that room.
Oh, I had a phone like that growing up.
What?
Yeah.
The like weird.
My
like,
brother's here. He knows about this. Yeah.
What do you mean you had a phone like that?
it's a
Looked
rotary.
like a dirt devil.
It's a dirt devil?
like a little dustbuster.
Dustbuster? Okay, anyway, it's a rotary phone, but it's all like one piece, and then the dial is on the bottom.
how is this futuristic?
It's not.
How is
it's
a
from like
rotary
the
phone?
70s.
So they have rotary phones. They have to use the backspace key to erase someone's life, but they have crazy space guns and crazy space cars and cell phones.
The Department of Defense
Oh, sure.
invests in weaponry and transportation.
Yeah. But didn't he say that they got their money from patents?
Oh,
Velcro,
Velcro.
liposuction.
Microwave.
That was a joke that he says.
Oh, you think he was joking?
I mean, I feel like
It's
that's
a-
supposed to be hilarious,
It's a joke
right?
for the movie. Like, here's
Yeah.
two future things, and then isn't it funny that people are fat?
There were a couple of those
Yeah,
in
a
this
couple of
movie,
those.
actually.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
1997.
What are you doing?
Come on.
Come on, 1997.
Get it. Or get a grip, or
What?
Yeah,
Get-
get a grip,
get
1997.
with it.
I'm trying to do the most 90s version
No,
of that.
I just said get. And then I was like, that's part of something bigger, and I was trying to find it.
My favorite character in this movie is Egger's wife.
Oh,
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
she's
so
damn it, she
amazing.
crushes.
national treasure.
So good.
I could have listened to her list different types of drinks for
Oh
like
my
2
God.
hours.
They cut that way too short.
Yeah, she only gets like 3 out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
tell me more drinks that you could have had instead of sugar water. Because she's just crushing it.
Do you think they just let her improvise there? Just roll it. Just
Yeah.
keep it rolling.
Yes.
And
it's
then-
because every time in between a drink, she goes, like that. It's like ice water, lemonade, It's good.
Egger suit.
Egger
Or
suit.
Egger suit.
Egger.
It's this
So
one.
good. And I've seen her before, and I don't know where.
Yeah.
That's
She's
my
around.
story. But speaking of women, she never talks to independent lady,
Nope.
and
Nope.
no one else does, and
No.
hard fail.
Literally, she could when independent movie lady Linda Fiorentino when she is cutting open the human Jaegers, they literally could have just written in like, "Hey, assistant, who's also a woman, come look at this," or like, "Hey, can you get me the whatever mortuary tool, woman
Yeah.
who's also named?" And then she'd be like, "Sure."
Linda.
Done. Passed. That's all.
Yeah.
They could have done that, but instead she just talks into a recorder and talks to a cat.
Well, it would
Yeah.
have been easier if it had been men and women and people who aren't defined by their gender in black.
Yes. They would
Like
have been.
that would have been a more entertaining movie.
Yeah, it would. I mean, it'd be hard to put that in the trailer if the tagline is "Bugs gonna splat" or whatever.
They splat back
Okay, but yeah.
because they splat us.
Wait,
They splat us.
I mean, yeah, no. Will Smith basically got splatted at one point, right?
Yeah.
Like he got whipped around by a bunch of whippy.
Don't disagree with
Co-
me.
co-
Don't
cockroach
do it.
limbs.
I don't want to go back into it. I do. Speaking of bugs, I do think it's weird how connected Danoff is to
Earth cockroaches? Yeah, that was weird.
Like to the point where it does seem like they are his family
Right.
somehow.
Right.
they are his family.
They're family.
They're family.
Oh, like in the Fast and Furious movies, like they're not
Yes.
actually related, but they're so
Hashtag family.
family
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, family always.
They're just bonded by their adventures together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
Yep.
So he's the Toretto of his planet. And then
Yes.
all the bugs are like, there's like a ludicrous bug,
Yep.
Tyrese bug,
Yep.
Letty bug,
Yep. Oh, that one annoying kid from the third one that doesn't show up very
little
often.
Bow Wow bug.
What? No, the Alabama guy.
Oh, Alabama.
Guys, we've seen all of the Fast and Furious movies.
We have.
Okay, I buy it.
But so has he? But has he been on the planet before then? So like all the cockroaches know him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe they're like distant relatives that like send Christmas cards. And so he's like, I saw them in a Christmas card one time.
All of them.
All
like
of them.
Billions
They're
of
like,
them.
with love from your Seattle dumpster family.
Yeah, we should talk about Seattle. Wasn't in Seattle.
No. Okay, here's what I thought as a child
Okay.
seeing this movie.
Yes.
Was that was the Space Needle.
Yeah.
And it was funny because it's the Space Needle.
Oh.
Sure.
Do you get it?
Yes.
For
I get it.
space.
I get it.
And that the other part of the joke was that's why there's only one now is because he like flew away, and so there was just one left.
Oh.
That's a
So-
joke you invented as a child.
Yeah, because I mean, I am in my mind a better screenwriter.
Like that is a very clever joke to justify the existence of a monument in a city
Thank you.
that was built long before the movie came out. But still, if it hadn't been, solid.
Do you want to talk about the dog and the cat, Molly?
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that dog getting shook?
I did not like it.
Was it a dog though?
It was a dog.
But
I-
was it?
It was adorable.
Here's
dog.
what I was having trouble with. That was a real dog
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think they were maybe really shaking it. And I was worried that was true. I didn't care about in the movie world because
Sure.
it was a
I mean, I
cigar
feel like
chomping.
the cut from far away was probably like a
Yeah.
stuffed dog
Yeah.
for sure when he was
Yeah.
really getting into it.
I
However,
don't know.
Maybe they sped up the footage.
like they did with the running.
So he's just like kind of slowly.
Well, I mean, like
moving
maybe
him through
really Tommy Lee
space.
Jones was going like, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?" And then they just sped it up and CGI'd his mouth to be Tommy Lee Jones grim. Can you imagine? Okay, hold on.
His what?
Tommy Lee Jones grim, like his standard grim face.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What'd you think I said?
I thought you said grim, but I didn't know what that meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
this happens a lot. Okay, wait. Do you think there's like on the cutting room floor, there's just footage of Tommy Lee Jones having a great time with a dog? Because
I would
God,
watch
I
it.
hope
I
so.
would watch it.
I would pay full ticket price to watch that in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Just like Frank and Tommy.
Yeah.
And just
Yes.
like
Oh, just hanging
them
out.
hanging
Yes.
out.
That cat is adorable.
Yes.
I love that cat, and I got really worried it was getting hurt, and we never cut back to it, and I'm worried it's dead in the
I
morgue.
think Vincent D'Onofrio ate the cat.
What?
No, shut your face.
Where is the cat?
No, the cat. Well, no.
Because we never see it again.
We see him grab the cat, fling the table at Linda Fiorentino, and then he just has the little ornament in his
And we
hand.
see like 8 shots of that cow to let us know it's okay.
Yeah, there's no cat shot.
And we never see the cat again, Molly.
I think Dinoff ate that
I
cat.
think he ate
Wait.
that cat.
No.
The cat just ran away.
Or is hiding in
Cat
one of
got
the little
scared and ran
corpse
away.
lockers. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, corpse lockers.
Yeah.
That's not tons
Yeah.
better. That's not tons better.
Okay, it
no.
went out a window and met Frank, and they went and got dim sum
Okay.
together.
That
I
would
think
be
that cat
so
might be
cute.
dead.
That would be really cute.
But
I'm
I
worried
mean,
about the cat.
he wouldn't have his collar anymore. So
Okay, do you think that cat was even actually a cat?
Wait, what?
I mean, I did
Yes.
think that maybe it was an alien on the inside.
You think he's a Jaeger?
Yeah, like a cat Jaeger, but like still, like it's not like Frank the dog. It's like a pet from the little guy's planet, and they just stuffed it into a cat robot.
Wait, so there's another little alien
littler
in
one?
the head
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
cat?
yeah. So there's little alien head guys
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
are live in the human robot heads.
Yep.
Okay.
And then he brought his pet whatever to Earth with him and put that in a cat robot, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I buy it.
Yeah.
So is that cat also pulling time?
Yeah. So there's like a tiny little, like weird little space goblin with like a couple of levers for each foot, and then I guess a lever for like what else do cats need? The tail. They
Yeah,
gotta
and
whip
the
that tail.
hissing.
The
Like,
hissing.
The hissing button.
Yeah.
That cat hisses a lot.
Okay.
That makes me think it's a real cat.
Because it hisses a lot.
Yeah, that's how movies tell you someone's bad. If an animal hisses at it,
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
because they know more than us.
Yeah, even though like we already watched him like murder people and just be a bug in a skin suit.
Yeah,
The
like
cat
all
was
of us.
really upset at just the bell being rung, and that's where I was like, "Is this cat a real cat?" I don't know. Are cats like they hate bells? Is that a thing?
Do cats hate bells?
Ooh.
Oh, I thought the cat smelled the bad guy.
That probably makes more
I think
sense.
that they all smelt the bad guy at that point, probably.
Yeah, a cat knew something was afoot.
Molly, do you want to talk at all about that guy getting a wand stuck down his throat?
Ooh, yeah.
You had a hard time with that.
Yeah.
That was unexpected. I was just not expecting that level of violence, which I understand it was like comic book violence, but I wasn't prepared for like impaling via throat with space needle. Huh?
It was an exterminator wand
Yeah.
from Earth.
Was
It
that
was a what?
It was like his little spray wand. The exterminator spray wand is what got shoved into his throat.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. Irony.
I was just like, that's probably something from that roach guy. I just
Yeah.
didn't think that hard
Did
about
he
it.
call the exterminator?
I think the exterminator was called before, and
Oh,
he
by, like,
showed
his
up
wife?
that
It's a
day
crime of
by
opportunity.
his wife.
You think?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
he's like, hey,
no?
you gotta come over here.
Because
Our
she
farm's
says,
full of cockroaches.
"Hey, there's a
No,
cockroach."
because you would call like
or a
a
fly?
pizza delivery truck.
Who?
Who would?
If you were that guy, you would call for a sugar truck.
Wait.
You would not call for an exterminator.
Stop. Egger
Yeah.
or Cockroach Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You become a bug,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then you call a sugar truck.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that's why I agree with Beth that the exterminator was called ahead of time, because if you're that alien, you're not going to call an exterminator.
Who
you would
called the
call a sugar
exterminator?
truck.
Wife.
But she passed out, and when she
I
woke
think
up, he was gone.
I think he called and said, "Can you come out?" And he's like, "I'm busy all day." And so then his appointment was the next day. He showed up to do the extermination, and then he's like, "Great."
But because he wants a bug truck
Well, I
for
think-
like
No.
to be themed.
No.
He read a Batman comic.
You
He was
are
like, oh, I need some cool vehicles to show who I am.
I think the truck is just like a happy coincidence for him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's saying that the truck,
Ooh, Beth?
yes.
Okay.
I believe that what Beth and I are both trying to say is that the exterminator truck was called independent of the alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the wife
Pre-existing-
called.
No, who cares? The wife
Because
or
who
the
else
farmer,
is on
it
the
doesn't
property?
matter.
It absolutely
It
matters.
absolutely does. Listen, either the wife or the farmer, days ahead of time. What, you think you just call an exterminator and they show up 5 minutes later? It's not a cab. You make an appointment.
Sure.
And it was a big problem. So they're going to have to bring a truck.
But
now, that truck happened to be useful, but that they didn't call, the alien didn't call the truck.
But did the cockroaches, I thought the cockroaches were in the barn because of the alien.
Yeah, that's also what I thought.
Because he has like his swarm of family, Earth family or whatever.
Oh, I
right?
see why you think that, but it's wrong.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for
All
clarifying.
right, we got there.
Okay.
We got there.
So once again, I'm the idiot, just so we're all clear.
Yeah. Does Tony Shalhoub's eyeballs always look like that?
No.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
No.
I think he had fake teeth,
Also,
too.
why was he in the opening credits? He's in the movie for like 5
'Cause
seconds.
he was on wings, Beth. This is 1997.
I'm so sorry.
Or was Monk already on? I don't know. Any
Wait,
Monk
there-
heads in the audience? Nope. Okay.
Is Wings the show where they run a small airport?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Great. Will Smith's voice is too high in this movie.
I don't know if it's too high. It's higher than expected.
Thank you.
Standing ovation.
Thank you. We were talking to someone in the lobby about that, who we now have to credit on our
Producer of the show?
podcast later,
Yeah.
producer James Rohn. Yeah, it threw me off.
Higher than expected, yes.
Yeah, he is normally a more deep-voiced man and was not in this role,
He's
and it
putting on his
confused me.
comedy voice.
Is that a comedy voice?
Oh.
It's comedy voice.
Now I feel like I have to go back and watch Fresh Prince and hear how high his voice is in Fresh Prince.
I feel like it's not that high. His voice was high.
Well, he's also playing a young guy, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm a little kid.
Do you think Barry's son
Yep.
was like, how are we going to know he's immature? I mean, sure, we got old Tommy Lee Jones walking around, but he still is he's an adult man. He should talk with a higher voice so we know he's much younger than Tommy Lee Jones.
Do you think Joe Prado gave him some advice in the car? And he was like, what if, hey, Will Smith, what if,
Yep.
what if,
Keep going.
what if, you're playing a younger man in this movie? Like, what if you just pitched your voice up a little bit higher? Like when I'm trying to be a younger man, maybe to impress my wife. Who I love so much. I love her so much.
For the 3 people who were forced here tonight, Joe Prado was the captain of transportation on the 4th Batman movie, and we now think that he drives around all movie makers and inspires the movies through just his casual conversations.
Yeah.
You know what would justify your higher voice? What if you wore pants that really cinched up your testicles?
Sometimes my wife makes me dress up in those, but I love her so much, so I do it anyway. Oh, my wife.
Anyway, Joe Prado, captain of
Okay,
transportation. Look it up. Old episodes, totesrecall.com.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say
They
about
are
his
not
high-
sorted that way. You can't just look up the Joe Prado episodes.
What?
It'd be Batman, the 4th one.
Oh, yeah. And then probably every episode after that, because we do it all the
Yeah.
time.
That's fair.
And we just did it as a bonus content, patreon.com/totesrecall.com.
Yep.
There?
No,
Nope.
that's too many .coms. It's too many .coms. You don't understand the internet. Yeah, his voice was weirdly high. Like,
Yeah.
I actually thought, at first I thought, is there something wrong with the print? Because I was
dare
like, maybe
you.
the audio track's weird. But then, because the print looked real good, I was like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Like, maybe I
you-
don't remember what his voice sounds
Do you
like.
think you had forgotten about Will Smith?
Maybe.
Because you haven't seen him in anything in a while? I just watched Bright.
Yeah.
I liked it.
How deep is his voice?
It was thank you. Someone else liked Bright? Yeah. Critics hated
One
it.
bright head in here.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Good for them for doing kind of a Shadowrun movie.
Sure.
Any Shadowrun heads? Yes, a handful. There's like 2. I'll
Great.
call it a handful. Anyway, no, his voice is properly deep. I don't know.
Okay, can we talk about ideas of masculinity then? Because
Yeah.
come on.
I just
Yes.
want his voice to be the way it is. Is this his
We
natural
don't
voice?
know.
Oh shit!
How do we know?
Is this his true self?
Oh, he brings it down for all the other movies?
No, I'm
Does
bummed out.
anybody here know Will Smith? Damn it.
Okay. If you know Will Smith, and of course Channing Tatum,
Yeah.
if you hear this,
Yeah.
tweet at us
Tweet at us.
what
Dude.
that Smith voice.
Well, that's Smith voice, yeah. And it's Will Smith, do an Instagram with your real voice.
Oh yeah,
And send it to us
yeah,
so we know.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
the audacity.
Of
He's like Hollywood royalty.
he's on Instagram. He does it all the time now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like what he does. It seems like.
Yeah, he's in Bright and does Instagram. I'm Will Smith.
That's
Anyway.
your Will Smith impersonation.
Yeah.
I'm in Bright and I'm on Instagram.
Yeah.
Great.
Molly, what was your other topic?
I just wanted to mention my irritation at how that bad dude, the farmer roach guy,
Yeah.
Jaeger.
Jaeger.
Jaeger. Was it really Jaeger?
No,
Oh, 'cause that's
Edgar,
the
but his
thing.
wife has a funny way of saying
Oh, it doesn't have anything to do with robots. Okay. Anyway, when he's climbing away, and he's got our one independent female character
it. Yes.
who is a freaking doctor,
Yeah.
a highly qualified person.
Yeah.
What a metaphor. I have to give you my credentials as a human to please spare my life. And then she gets tossed aside
Yes.
because she's too mouthy.
Yes. Literally tossed
Just
aside.
tossed aside
Yeah.
because she's annoying.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
She's also, in terms of writing the screenplay that you hate so much,
Yeah.
or maybe love, I'm unclear. I forgot how we ended on that. She literally has to get tossed aside because the men are showing up.
Oh,
So they have to interact with the men, or the cockroach has to interact with the men.
well.
Because
it's
she
all-
doesn't say a word in that tree. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You'd think there'd be at least one moment where she's like, guys, look out for the giant cockroach man.
Also, I'm in a tree.
Yeah, also, please help. I'm in this tree.
Get a ladder.
Yeah. Space ladder.
Also, she's like 2 feet above
apparently,
the
yeah,
ground.
once the branch breaks, it
Yeah.
doesn't
That
seem
not
that
be a
bad.
problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with all that. She does save the day.
She does.
In the end, she gets the final shot in on that cockroach.
Why are you justifying all this?
It's a silver lining.
Oh.
Glass a quarter full.
With bug juice.
Oh.
She
does.
she deserves more screen time. That's my opinion.
Yep.
I think she's interesting character. She has a throwaway line about how sexually liberated she is. Do you guys catch
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Where like she's like, I need your help
Yeah.
down here. And the
Yes.
joke is like she's pointing to her vagina. But then like as she gets grabbed, she's like, I'm liberated or something. I
Yeah,
couldn't
I'm a
catch it.
sexually liberated woman because he's like, why if you weren't acting like a teenager on prom night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's-
then
Come on,
yeah.
Will Smith.
Oh, I
That
was
was
too
my
busy
one
being
moment.
like, boo.
Yeah. That was his one moment of not being charming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yes,
charming.
the only time.
All right. I bet that Will Smith would do like a "I'm really startled" Will Smith howl.
Oh, yeah.
While Tommy Lee Jones was cool as fuck.
For
that
sure
definitely
did.
happened when he pressed the red button.
Press the red button.
Yeah.
That was who's that guy? Sulu? No.
What?
Who's red button?
What?
Chekhov. Chekhov's red button. I got my Star Trek characters reversed.
What are you talking about right now?
Chekhov's gun is a thing where you
Yes.
show a gun and then you got to shoot it. And
Oh,
Chekhov is also a character in Star Trek TOS.
I see what happened.
Sulu is another character in
Yep.
Star Trek TOS.
Yep.
Chekhov's red button would be showing the red button and then pushing it.
Yeah.
Sulu's red button.
No, Chekhov's red button. Here's the thing. Can we just take a moment? Here's where my brain went.
Okay.
I thought you were literally talking about Chekhov from Star Trek, and I was like, oh, yeah, wasn't he the one that was in charge of the phasers? Was it just one red button on the control panel?
Stop, please stop.
I don't know if he was in charge of the
God.
phasers.
Still have.
I mean, if the layout's the same as TNG, then isn't Worf in charge of the phasers? And he sits
my
up
God.
behind the captain.
Listen, and I get shit when I bring up Friends.
Yeah, we haven't even made a promise of some Star Trek watching.
No, we will never will.
All right.
$3 million.
I made a pretty important bet that there would be a music video at the end of the movie, and everyone is sad because there was not
Yeah, that was
a
hard.
music
Do
video.
you think you just? I mean, and I don't mean to be accusatory, but do you think you misremembered?
Well, clearly, yes.
I mean, do you think you had a version that did have that?
I
like a
think I
VHS
had it on
copy?
VHS, and I think that was at the end of the movie. Thank you.
VHS.
Thank you.
VHS. VHS.
Yeah, and because I watched it over. This was like before I could go onto YouTube and then watch it over and over again. I watched it over and over again. I learned the dance.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I would absolutely buy that the VHS release of this movie was like also includes, was it just
Oh,
called Men
sure.
in Black, the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also includes Men in
Yes.
Black by
Okay.
Will Smith, and it'd be like a sticker.
All of the audience is nodding.
like and one of them just like whispered yes, like a voice in my head, and it was terrifying.
I wish Will Smith had not stopped doing a song for
Agreed.
every movie
Yep.
he's in.
Yes, I absolutely agree.
Because he's the most gentle rapper there is.
What does that mean?
Just like all his songs are like nice and about like having a good time, I
Sure.
think.
Or like literally welcoming you to a city.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I just like, I don't like Bright could have used that.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm an orc and a cop. Wait, is he? No, he's not an orc cop. He's partners with an orc
He
cop.
partners
right?
with the
Okay.
orc cop.
Ooh.
New York cop.
Oh, were they in New York? New York orc?
No, they were in
Oh,
LA.
Damn it. All right. Well, I'm obviously not good at writing these movie tie-in raps.
Yeah. Anyway, I would like someone to do them for every single movie he's made. Do we want to move on to ratings?
Yeah.
Great. Before we get to those, and before we get to the thing that we get to before, we have a couple shout-outs from people who paid to be shouted at.
Oh yeah.
Ready? Terrible Origami. Good job.
Yeah.
And Megan Stewart.
Yay,
Good job,
Megan
Megan. Thank you. Great. So, before we get
Totally worth it.
Yes.
Totally
worth the money for sure.
before we get to our final reviews of the movie, we like to read a review of our podcast, Totes Recall, 5-star, iTunes, or wherever. Tweet us. In the impression of a character from this movie. We both don't have any, and this is a live show. We want to do something special. So if there's anybody who wants to come up and tell us a review to our face, we will then try to immediately redo it in the impression of a character. Is there anybody who's interested in doing that?
No. No.
I think your podcast is wonderful because you have 4 very distinct voices and opinions, and it's about the power of movies, friendship, pizza, and laughs. And
That's it.
you're great.
Woo! Yay!
Do you wanna try to do that exactly verbatim as
Yeah.
Edgar's wife?
I've already forgotten most of it.
Perfect.
Egger suit. Your podcaster's great, because you have a good 4 voices. Dan's voice, or Molly's voice, Dan's voice, or Beth's voice. It's also about movies, pizza, power of something. You're great, Egger suit. Pretty close, right? Pretty close. Nailed it.
Pretty close.
Nailed it?
I think that was pretty close. We're getting a thumbs up. We're getting a thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Hey, people listening to the podcast, you can't hear what the original was, so I got it 100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anyone listening to this
Nailed
later,
it.
he crushed it.
Great. What do we got? Dan, you gave this 2 pug planets. You thought it would be a slog.
Yeah. It was way more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. Like, there were definitely, like you said, like dumb jokes, but they were sort of, like charmed, like they brute force charmed charmed the jokes through. And it was mostly not boring and horrible, except after a while, it's like, if we get it, the cockroach is big and it's going to like slap Will Smith around. It's like, just fucking shoot him from the inside already. This movie's already, come on. Anyway, entertaining. 4 Pug Planets.
Wow.
Good job,
Oh,
1997.
good job, 1997. What do we got? Beth, you gave it 4 mostly for the music video.
Oh.
I was thinking that this movie was going to be terrible. I don't know why, because I watched it so many times as a kid, and
But just to get to the music video at the end, right?
yeah, true. I rewound it all the way to the beginning. Watched it through. But I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun and funny and goofy and other words that mean the same thing. So I would have given it like 4.5, but there was no music video, so I'm going to, stay at 4.
Wow.
4 Pug Planets.
Great.
Even though it wasn't a pug, we decided it's a chug. You said
Well,
chug?
I don't know. I had a moment where I thought maybe it was a chug, but then I got a closer look. It's probably a pug.
Okay, I'm going to ask you after the show if that's a real dog.
It's a chihuahua and a pug mix.
Okay.
A chug.
All right.
After the
It
show.
can work out
After.
lots of different ways. If you do an internet search, images, it works out a lot of different ways.
I gave it 4 Pug Planets because both of us charming as shit.
Yep.
And I don't remember the rest of my reasons, but I agree with myself from before. Thought this movie was great. A fun romp of a 1997 blockbuster with charming elements and space things, but staying on Earth.
Did you appreciate the part where they literally shot a spacecraft back down so that the
Yes.
living things on it couldn't go to space?
Too dangerous up there. Get back to Earth. I get it.
What if you have to send someone to get them back?
Don't send them in the first place.
Oh, God.
We'll talk about it.
Molly, you gave it 3, provided your metaphor panned out,
Oh, yeah.
which
I
think it did.
no. We
No?
got a smattering. We got a smattering of response.
Oh, you're blaming the audience?
No, I'm just.
It was definitely Dan and I's fault.
No, I'm struggling a little bit. Usually, I'm pretty quick with a decision. Okay, for 1997, and I think now that we've been doing this for 3.5 years. I've watched a lot of really disappointing 90s movies. They weren't disappointing when they first came out, but super disappointing later. What?
Nothing.
They mostly were, yeah, for sure. And so this one, on the scale of generally disappointing for that era, it's not so terrible. But I am still watching with this year's eyes, and it's irritating. It's really, really. I feel like my patience has just gone. Like, I just don't think I have a reserve of patience left.
And he shook that dog.
And he shook that
Oh, I forgot about that.
dog, and we don't find out what happens to the cat.
Right.
2 stars.
Pug planets.
Whoa.
Pug Planets.
Or 2.5 or 3.
Don't be swayed by that, Molly.
Feel bold.
Feel bold, big man Baggins.
Yeah.
Stay true to your heart.
Yeah.
All right, 2.5 pug planets.
Thank you for being swayed by me instead. Great. We also rated how we thought the live show was going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, how'd that go?
We're going to find out. By pandering to the audience, how'd you guys think it went? Yay! We did it!
Great.
5, whatever the ratings was.
Side mic.
Side
Side mics. 5 side mics. We did
You
it.
voice in my head again.
Yeah. Wonderful. Molly, you have some people to thank.
Oh, I sure do. Do we write it down?
I did.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. We have so many people to thank tonight. From Trylon, we'd like to thank Barry and John and I didn't get everybody's name. I see I was supposed to. I'm really sorry. But anyway, Trylon has been nothing but amazing to us, and they have never done anything like this as far as we know, and we just really appreciate it. So maybe we could just, Cool.
Check out their real programming where there aren't idiots talking in front of the screen the whole time.
It's really good. Adam from Varsity Audio Recording Services, been our live producer today. Thank you so much. We'd like to thank our volunteers, Jeff and Shay and Nate and Jane. Thank you all so much for your help. Big thank you to Sally Foster Photography, and of course to all of you. Thank you for being
thank
here.
you for being here. We did
appreciate
it.
You're the true Totes Heads.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much. It did snow while we were here, so be careful driving.
I feel like I would have given the show 5 stars, but there was no Joe Dante.
Oh.
So
Do we still have time?
Sure. Okay, what if a grumpy old man in a boss suit showed up and told an NY cop that he ran so good he got to shoot big bugs?
We're going to have a guy with gills for eyes come in and jump off a building.
Hey, what if we basically took my gremlins but made them worm guys who smoked and drank coffee in an office?
what if we took this phone that I used to have in my basement, put it on everybody's desk, and we'll make it look like the future?
What if we made really dumb keypads?
Yeah. Ooh. Hey, everybody loves looking at Will Smith's face. What if we lingered on his reaction shot for way longer than was necessary?
I could do like 40 zoom shots straight at his nose. Everybody loves that mug.
What if we took the song from Beetlejuice and we just used it again?
What if we got Vincent D'Onofrio and then just kept adding latex to him as the movie went on?
I've got all these leftover gremlin parts. We'll just stick it to his face, and he can reflect on the frail outer presence that we give our persona and how we're all cockroaches inside. I'm so sad.
I'm Joe Dante. I do Men in Black.
Yay!
Thank you, everyone, so much.
Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.